mighty fist of God, Armageddon will descend upon the city of Los Angeles, the city of sin.
Of the East Project Story Time. Steve Christopher Dominguez, Project Cambridge, Gary Badger Sandwich Worthington, Dean Krantz, Larry. Shockwave and Gun Bunny. Right there at the end, Shockwave and Gun Bunny. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Pat S. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Zero Hour here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and of course with me is my co-host, the alien of aliens, the one and only Zeropium. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, God. Zero's losing it. Yep. That's what... 2 weeks in a row I've botched the hell out of that.
Botched it.
Oh, I'm losing it. Yeah, I'll work on it. It's been a long night, but good God. Almost too many names to mention in the intro. Good job, Loki. So good morning to you, my brother. Good morning, chat. Welcome to the start of another week, and to my friends out there in chat north of the border. Happy Victoria Day. I hope you're enjoying your long weekend, having some brews, doing whatever you got to do to kick back and relax.
Arwen's asking for another growl to wake her up.
All right. You know what I think it is? I think it's the trying to do it between the sips of hot tea. I don't think that's working very well.
But I'll cold with lemon. Throw some lemon in there.
Not a bad idea. Ooh, that was a little better.
There you go. There you go.
We'll quit while we're kind of breaking even there.
Project Cambrian says, yeah, long weekend.
Long weekend, my brother. Damn right.
He wasn't doing as much packing as I was doing. Getting ready to move next month. Yeah, one hell of a long weekend.
It's going to be
not
exciting.
In a good way. Not in a good way.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
There is. There's light at the end of the tunnel because, first you got to pack up everything. Then you have to unpack everything. But I'm getting some good pictures of some cool stuff. So some, stuff
Steve,
I even forgot I had.
Oh, that's all right. Steve is also asking, what about your Scottish brethren? To you, my lad. No, this is not. I can't growl. I can't do Scots. Fuck it. We'll try it anyway. What's the harm in that, right? I've also discovered it's
Now,
never
you
too
gotta,
late.
you gotta blend it more and make it absolutely unintelligible. You know, mate, I went down to the and got I got the chug,
You know,
and
to be perfectly
you,
honest, I don't think I'm drunk enough to do a Scottish accent anyway.
that's right.
But on that note, it's never too late to start talking with a phony Irish accent.
I'm right there to it, Robbie. You know, I went down and got me a wee bit of the hair of the dog and a bitch.
Oh God, he's trying to hone in on my Captain Jack Zero impersonation. And all bad if I do say so myself. Yes, yes. What are we like 2.5 minutes into the show and we're already off the rails? Good God, y'all. That's what we do better than anybody.
Oh shit, man. Well, I'm glad y'all had a good weekend. I hope everybody out there in the chat, everyone listening here on YouTube and on Twitter, since we are now multi-broadcasting also over on Twitter. First Zero Hour that's done that, aren't we, fancy pantsy?
Multi-platform
Streaming. Well, we're streaming to 4 different places. So we're streaming to YouTube, we're streaming to Odyssey, we're streaming to Rumble, and we're streaming to Twitter. So I have no idea how to keep track of all that, but yeah.
We're multi-platformed, and I wish we were more multi-talented. But Project Cambrian. God, I'm butchering everything this morning. Zero, LOL. Whip off a Newfie accent for maximum effect. Where's me sneakers and shit? I don't know. I don't know too many Newfies, so I apologize.
That's what you're going with, eh?
Yeah, Derby.
You think that's funny, eh? Where's your maple syrup, eh?
It's in the cabinet. I keep it up there just for special occasions, eh? I mean, it was all. I don't know what the hell is going on.
You Americans think you can just come and drink our Canadian beer, eh?
Yeah. Why the hell was I what was that? Scandinavian? Good God, what is happening?
Yeah. Zeros like, yeah. This morning.
I was waiting for Loki to whip it out again one more time. Why am I doing Schwarzenegger?
Oh, sailor, you can park your ship in my port.
Ooh, if this were any closer to the Christmas season, my Yule log would be so hard right now.
Oh my God.
You start that ball rolling and somehow I'd
the Yule log? Really? Oh shit.
Leave it to Lars and Sven to dirty things up without you knowing it.
Mark the Ambulance Tire says I don't do British accents after Jester threatened me.
We like to call them spotted turkey. This type of bird or something. Yes. There's
Canadian beer.
Oh, yeah. If you, speaking on behalf of all Canadians and Americans who have tried Canadian beer, you haven't had beer until you've tried Canadian beer.
Zero Scottish accent is on par with my Arwen Avalon accent. Yeah,
what would a hybrid of that sound like? What would Arwen sound like if she was Scottish? Can you sound clip that for us, honey? Well, I'm kind of curious now.
Well, Project's working on a clip for me. I'm not gonna tell anybody what it is yet, but if he gets to me this week, we will use it in the opening of our Friday show. Just
that'll be something to look forward to.
Leave a little tease that it does have something.
Oh my God, y'all! I can't do it because you got to be Southern and Scottish. I've never heard of such a combination before, but
it's global, y'all.
It's global, y'all. Like, oh my God. I don't know what I heard. A snicker.
That's a little more California.
Like, oh my God, totally Valley Girl up in this biznatch.
Come to Newfoundland, home of the Vikings.
Yeah, so welcome to the start of your week, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's everything.
There was a point. There was a point to this show, but
and we will get to that. Don't worry, we will.
Loki, why not use a clip from Eris's Saturday show? I wouldn't even know where to start looking when Project was working on. So Eris had a show on Saturday, and Project Storytime was reading what was it? Furry erotic fiction.
Oh my.
Something. I don't know what they it's weird. It's like because these people write these crazy ass books, and it's like weird shit like that, like shapeshifter love books. Ugh.
Oh my.
And
What
I
kind of
think I
shape?
think
Like shape shifting down south? Sharp pointy objects or
no,
things
like
of a
turning
kinky
into
nature?
a wolf or
Oh, so
bat, or
they're
it's
into
weird.
beast form shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
got it.
pretty much he said yeah. And
Yep.
he was reading it in like Arwen's accent. Hey y'all.
Hey y'all, so the
It's
beaver
funny.
bent over the wolf and said, "My God, y'all,
It's
do you
funny.
mind if I pucker up those little furry cheeks you got down there, y'all?" I don't know
The
what
book
the hell.
experts, yes. Yes, he does. Absolutely. Arwen's onto it.
Oh
Yes,
man,
absolutely.
God, how
So
many chapters was it?
he did it. They did it for probably 10, 20 minutes. Like a flying like, what? Say
Yeah.
what?
It's
Yeah.
like, what did I just walk into? Your daily dose of Monday morning mischief, ladies and gentlemen.
It was a thing. Yeah, and it was a thing. So, but he's working on something for me. Hopefully we'll have it and we'll be able to use it in the opening of the Friday show, since we've changed up some stuff. We've got a new Thirsty Thursday. I'm gonna try and work on a Tuesday this morning after the show. I'll try and work on Tuesday's opening. I want to have an opening for each day of the week, not use the same one with the
Lovely.
same music. I know people love the intro music that we've got on Mondays, and usually what we've been using each, the rest of the week. But I want to make it more probably a YouTube talk piece of music, the regular one, and then of course we have Zero Hour. We have the 0 Hour one done by our very own Zeropian.
On that note, I mean, Loki, you're more than welcome to change it up once in a while. It's not all about, me.
Hush. He's just being him. Anyway, so this morning, guys, the title for this stream is Escapism is Now Bad. It's true. We got a report. I've got some things I want to show you guys. So, since you used to use an N7 background as your profile picture, you were a pretty big Mass Effect fan.
I still am. Yes. I do still have the N7 logo kicking around. I use it for something. I don't know, but yeah, I also still have my N7 Shepherd leather jacket in the closet. Haven't worn that in a while, but I will again someday. So yeah, big Mass Effect fan here. In case y'all didn't know that already.
So I want to bring up
something to whet our appetite this morning.
Something to whet your appetites with this morning, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna bring up a picture. Give me just 1 second, because I did not have this one. I want to be very clear about. Oh my God,
my heart's all aflutter.
Why is it being a bitch? Hold on 1 second.
It's a computer doing computery things.
I gotta delete something. It's like, delete this now.
Loki's been saving too many pictures of cat memes.
I have. I really have. I like all these pictures. That's what sucks. We'll get rid of the razor horns.
Would there be such a thing as a JPEG hoarder? Like, you know how we have hoarders in real life? Could there be too much picture hoarding there? You just can't.
Oh yeah, I've got some stuff like that. Okay. So this is Liara to Sony, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
this is a picture.
She's wearing that tattered cloth getup that I bought for
her. Right? This is a picture of Liara to Sony. Absolutely beautiful. I don't care whether it's like, oh my God, dude, she's got tentacles on the back of her head, or any bullshit like that. Absolutely beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful in the game. Wonderful personality. In the game,
and a badass when she needs to be,
and a badass. I want to tell you something about character growth. Project Storytime says Tali over Liara.
Hey, you know what, man? I would respectfully disagree, but that's only because I'm biased towards Liara. But I completely 100% understand the Tali love out there. Absolutely.
So I know some people are like, "Oh my God, show an in-game picture of her." Okay, give me just a second, since I've got this pulled up.
But yeah, character
Anyway.
development. God, there's some character development for you.
There is some character development.
When you think about, not to interject myself or interrupt you, but when you think about how kind of gullible and almost childlike she was in the first game, because she pretty much was almost a juvenile at that point, and then you get to the second game, she's pretty much thrust into the shadow broker role. Thrust. Yes, I have to thrust. I have to thrust, or this doesn't work. Whatever generates our Mass Effect field, or mine, in my pants. But anyway, she takes on the role of a shadow broker because she feels that's where she belongs. She's ascending to that echelon, and when it comes down to the third one, she's fully embraced in that role. And she's not afraid. I mean, hell, when you meet her in the third game, she's scurrying away, but she'll just turn around and whoop somebody's ass when her life's in danger.
Well, in the first game, you find her trapped. So you find her trapped in this like shield field that she accidentally puts up.
I don't know what happened. I can't seem to get out. I need your help.
I need your help. And the second one, she's like, I don't need anyone's help. I don't need any shit up.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, even if you fully romance her in the first one, she'll even, you can harden her off in the second one.
Harden?
Well, like emotionally hardened, you can keep her as a romantic interest, or you it's the terminology that they use out there. So anyway, I mean, even if Shepard shuts her down, she's like, okay, whatever, back to business. Let's just fucking get on with it. She doesn't let those things tie her down anymore.
Mm-hmm. And every picture I'm coming up with is like, no, we're not going to let you download it because we're going to be little bitches. Because, oh, there we go. Okay. So one more picture straight from the game. Give you guys an idea of what we are looking at here.
There.
Boom. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And
Love
I believe
Liara.
Yeah, and I believe that face capture right there is actually from the first game. So she's still looking a little young. She hasn't been hardened by that point, But yeah, case in point right there. She's a beautiful woman.
So have you seen the new Liara from the new Mass Effect game that BioWare's coming out with? It's going to be a Mass Effect 4, even though we got Mass Effect Andromeda, that's not being considered a mainline game.
No, I could, oh, baby. God. If I ever wanted, for lack of a better term, an overweight Mass Effect / reboot kind of thing going on there, and maybe some Tron. I'm getting some Tron vibes from the Get Up. Yeah. All right.
And they're bringing her mother, Benezia, back from the first game.
Ooh.
This is her mother, Benezia. They're bringing her back from the first game.
Oh, what a beast. That's a lot of woman to love.
So they're bringing Benezia back. That's Benezia. We're going to get her back.
Even her cleavage has cleavage.
We're going to get Liara back.
What'd she do to her hair, though?
Yeah, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
I mean, just,
stop with the Lizzo stuff already.
Yeah. Speaking of the hair, I know it was kind of an in-game joke, Joker asking whether or not her tentacles move. We never actually saw them move. I don't even know if we've ever seen concept art of what, their quote tentacle hair does. I just kind of assumed they were stationary.
The other love interest for Mass Effect 4 will be a paraplegic called Fran. That this is her. She's she can't walk. But she has absolutely no love for men. So she constantly berates you in the game. She constantly doesn't want to have anything to do with you. But if you kiss her ass long enough and call her all the right pronouns every time you talk to her, and her pronouns change because, she wants to be whatever she wants to be, then she will step on you, and
Hey, some men are into that.
she will step on you and crush your nuts during the scene you'll get when you get to be alone at the end of the game. So if you kiss enough ass and you do enough, then the paraplegic will step on you.
It's kind of interesting because I'm sensing they're drawing a lot of inspiration. Put that back up for a second, if you can. I'm maybe some of you will agree with me on this. I'm kind of seeing certain things. I'm getting some Fallout vibes. I'm getting some heavy Chris Farley vibes. And I'm getting some serious Soundgarden Black Hole Sun music video vibes here. So there's a lot
this is gonna be your love. Go ahead.
But I was just saying there's a lot of mystique there.
These are gonna be your love interests. So why would they do something like this? Well, they want you to feel as in the day as possible. You see, it has to be today. It has to reflect today. Everything has to reflect today. Your choices have to reflect today. Your interests have to reflect today. The problems in whatever you're dealing with have to reflect today. Everything has to reflect today. You cannot escape today. And that is something that they're going to nail you with over and over and over again. Played by Patton Oswalt. I believe that. Probably voiced too.
It wouldn't surprise me. I think it's ironic how you want to modernize everything and bring it up to the, today's modern society. I think I use that term way too much because it gives me a gag reflex, and I think I'm also developing a psychological complex from it. But you talk about things that are dated and don't fly in today's world anymore. I think when you go, like you said, make things of today for a contemporary modern audience, I think in the grand scheme of things, they're doing exactly the opposite, and they're actually dating themselves. When you look back on everything now, 20, 30 years from now, it's going to be the exact same thing as everything we've had in the history. It's like, oh, well, what we have today won't fly 30 years from now. Our cars might, but our personalities won't. So way to date yourselves, guys, by making everything of the current time, which probably ain't going to be here in 15 to 20 years.
No.
So who knows where we'll be.
And Makani says, no, it doesn't, Loki. I refuse to reflect today. Modern audience is a lie.
It's an idealistic way of thinking. So yes, it could be considered a lie, I suppose.
I want to show you something that I found out about Friday when I loaded up the new Street Fighter. You're gonna love this.
What is that?
That is your announcer guide, walkthrough, whatever, to Street Fighter 6.
Oh my God. And what the hell is he holding? That is a guy, right?
That is well,
not that I'm here to judge one way or the
question.
other.
It has a body of a guy. It sounds like a girl. I guess maybe it's a guy, maybe it's a girl. They're trying to make it look like a girl. They put the thing around the neck so you can't see an Adam's apple. That is the introduction to the Battle Hub.
Oh my God. Like, is that a severe chest cavity?
Marketing said, yes, that is a guy.
Oh my God. So, yeah, because I was curious if that was like a 6-pack it was working on, or so like a chest cavity or some severely drooping cleavage or something I don't know about, but wow. See, that's the issue I have. You can call this nitpicking, but it's my own personal assumption. Like, unless you actually come right out and tell me what you want to be addressed as, because again, I want you to be free to be whoever you want to be. But if I'm like,
well, see, that's the generation we came from.
I know, but I mean, For those of sorry, real quick. I mean, those of you that just saw that picture, how many of you, raise your hands to yourself, were confused about what you should call him or her? I mean, when your first impression is confusion, that's not really helping us out to be a more, quote, accepting type of modern audience.
Project Storytime says good stuff is timeless. Lord of the Rings, The Wizard of Oz, Hamlet, The Odyssey. These stories have stood the test of time. Nobody will remember this crap.
Or they will for all the wrong reasons. It'll just be comedic relief. Like, remember when we all had blue hair? Oh boy, I'm glad that's over.
Mahogany says it plays once and you forget about it afterwards. I didn't forget about it. Maybe I'm a stickler about it. I don't know. I didn't forget about it. So it's one of the things I wanted to bring up this morning was I'm like, what? Why is this here? Why do this? Just to get points? Is that what you're trying to do? Are you trying to get points? I go over and I look at the intro for Mortal Kombat and I'm like, God, dude, this trailer is kick ass, but I'm not supposed to enjoy that either. I'm not supposed to look at Katana and Melina and be like, damn, girls. I'm not supposed to do any of that. What the hell's up with that? I was too focused on the matches and how I like the online portion is set up. I will admit that that's an interesting way to do it in that room where you've got someone across from you that actually has to sit down at like an arcade machine and play as you're playing on an arcade machine. I thought that was kind of groovy. But still, it's like, why do this? Why have that there, Mac? Why put that there? If it's such a like throwaway, why is it even there? Why have it at all just for the sake of putting it there?
Mm-hmm.
Just for the sake of putting, got to check the boxes. It has to be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Because
why do we need it? Because it needs to be there. Because you can't have a hot ass chick be an announcer, can you?
God, no, we'll have a hot ass guy being an announcer.
That's sexist. That's sexist. So we'll have a hot ass dude in a what was it? A mini skirt and a tuxedo top. I'm like, whatever. It's exactly on the other end of the spectrum. I'm sorry, but it is. That's what it is. That's all it is. So why put that there? Why put that there? If it's so meaningless and it's so throwaway and it doesn't matter, why even have it in there? Why have anybody in there? Want to just throw you to the sharks and say, go have fun, kid. That's what I expected. Absolutely. I expected here's the deep end of the pool. Go have fun. I didn't expect Ruby Rod to come out and be like, Street Fighter, yeah.
Street Walkers are more like it.
And it wasn't even entertaining. It wasn't even Ruby Rod like entertaining. Might have looked like Ruby Rod, but it wasn't Ruby Rod. Nah. If it was an entertaining like that, welcome to Street Fighter. Corbin Dallas, winner of the Gemini Croquet Contest. At least that would have been entertaining.
Yeah, it would have been something.
Mahogany Draws with the $10 super chat. Here's the thing about the Mortal Kombat 1 trailer, Loki. Looks like they're compensating by putting more clothing on the guys this time. Censorship of the women was a big issue in Mortal Kombat 11. It took them a year. To come out with the old school outfits. And then the body types weren't right. Why? I mean, you've got all these guys that are like muscle bound, Hulk looking, Thor looking motherfuckers that are like, listen well, brother. I'm listening. And then you've got chicks that look dumpy. I don't know if you know what a dumpy girl looks like. They look dumpy, right? And that's one thing I've always been on board with about Street Fighter. The women look absolutely next level kick-ass. They've always looked absolutely, I mean, Chun-Li, Thunder Thighs, Chun-Li, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-yata. I'm all on board with that.
Damn
so
right.
Don't fuck with the thing. Ryu looks old and like I'm gonna whoop your ass. He's got the beard. He looks more like his former master. Now I thought that was absolutely kick ass. Makini says the body types were horrible. You were allowed to exaggerate the guys who are cut to the nines, but the women can't have that exaggeration like it was in Mortal Kombat 9. They looked overly jacked. They looked absolutely insane in 9. So and 10, I wasn't that impressed with 10. They look different. They don't have their style. They don't have. Mortal Kombat always looked photorealistic, and they should have never went away from that. Mac, they should have never went away from that. They should have never lost that, and they did. They did when they went all CG and they did what they did. They lost it. They should have kept that photorealistic look, even in game engine. They should have found a way to keep that photorealistic look because that's what made them killer. I mean, when you went in, it was like, damn, they look like real people, and you know, Tiger Bubbly.
Oh, it's because I mean, back in the day, especially, you play that on your own home consoles and shit like that. It's like, man, those guys look real. Sorry, the guys and girls look real. The characters look real. Well, it's because they were digitized, photorealistic imprints or imports of actual people.
They were mocapped.
Yeah, so I mean, if you could do that 30 years ago, you can't tell me we don't have the technology to one up that one this day and age.
But they should have never lost that look, and they did. And there's nothing they can do about that. You know, I didn't like the way they looked in Injustice 2 either. Wonder Woman looks dumpy. And you've got to get special outfits to make them not look dumpy. And even then, they still look kind of dumpy.
Did
like
you have to pay for said outfits?
No, you just got to work your ass off for for hundreds of hours to get these outfits.
I got you.
You can work for hundreds of hours to get some of these outfits. Like it took me, I think, a half a year to finally get a skirt for Supergirl and get her out of fucking pants.
What's wrong with
Wonder
pants?
Woman. Same thing with Wonder Woman. You gotta get thousands of victories and all kinds of crazy shit to unlock the ability to get some of the best outfits.
Yeah. Why would she even be in pants to begin with?
And Makini's got a great point. Harley and Black Canary look absolutely fucking epic. They do. And then you get to Wonder Woman and Supergirl, and you're like, what in the shit is wrong with you? Give me the beach volleyball game. That's absolutely right. And I've still got it.
Yeah.
And I play it, but YouTube tries to strike me every time I play that damn game.
Yeah, of course.
They say, yeah.
I mean, Jesus. Do you remember the commercials for Extreme Beach Volleyball? I mean, you got like what, 3-4 dudes sitting on a couch playing this game, and then at the end they all cover their crotch with pillows. Like, come on. We all know what's going on there. I know things were a little raunchier back then, but really, I mean, if we're going to shy away from stuff that we saw as children, then where are we and what are we? Can we not have a sense of humor?
It took me half a year to get Supergirl out of pants. Yes.
Oh, I mean, if they put Wonder Woman in pants, where do you think we'd be? I mean, do you think Linda Carter back in the day was thinking, I'm not keeping this figure so you can put me in fucking pants? No goddamn way.
Mortal Kombat has shitty priorities. The story is always some type of reboot, and the character models look awful. Okay, so when did all of the reboot shit started? It started in 9. So we went from, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which was Armageddon. Okay, so the real change started with, I believe it was Deception. And then you go into Armageddon. And at the end of Armageddon, basically it's Raiden and Shao Kahn having like a final battle duel to the death. And then when Mortal Kombat 9 happens, everything starts over, right?
What was Deadly Alliance? Was that somewhere in between those?
Deadly Alliance was between Deception, I
That's
think,
right.
or Deadly Alliance was before.
Something
I
like
can't
that.
remember. The
Yeah.
3 consoles that started this whole shift, the 3 console games was Deception, Deadly Alliance, and Armageddon. And when Mortal Kombat 9 came out, Raiden resets the timeline. He goes back in time. Just Raiden goes back in time to Mortal Kombat 1. And everything changes. Liu Kang, he ends up killing Liu Kang at the end of the game. Liu Kang becomes a demon. He becomes a servant of, what's his name? The bald guy who throws the green skulls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. The guy who pretty much runs Scorpion before Scorpion figures out he's being run. God,
Yeah.
I can't remember. Oh,
so-
not Onaga. It's the guy who throws the green skulls. He's white
Someone will-
skin. Looks kind of like
Someone will clue us in.
Kratos. Anyway.
God, that's gonna bug me. But oh well.
Yeah. Oh well. So at the Quan Chi, thank you. Quan Chi.
Yeah,
Quan Chi.
because my buddies and I used to call him Crunchy.
So Quan Chi has a whole bunch of demons in his service. Then you get into X. So Kung Lao's dead. Liu Kang's dead. Raiden fucked up. Raiden really fucked up. Then you get into 10, and they're still trying to fix everything, but Raiden fucked up. Then you get into 11, and 11's like the ultimate reset. So I didn't really like 11 until they came out with the expansion. When we got Fire God Liu Kang at the end of that, I was like, holy shit. Okay. Raiden has officially passed the torch to Fire God Liu Kang. Raiden becomes a regular human mortal, I guess, to live out his days on Earth, and Liu Kang's going to reshape everything. There was back and forth whether this was going to be a reset or whether they were going to come out with an updated version of 1, which is what a lot of people wanted, and come out with 12. And they kind of combined the ideas. So Mortal Kombat 12 is going to be Mortal Kombat 1.
God.
Everything's reset again.
Yeah.
A new timeline. Here we go. Right there. And that's basically what you've got. Mortal Kombat 1 is a new timeline created by the Fire God Liu Kang. Yes. Because Raiden gave up his godhood and gave all his powers to Liu Kang.
I must go back to Earth Realm and retire.
I hated Kronika. I thought Kronika was a shitty ass villain. But what we get at the end of the expansion, I thought was great. The Shang Tsung Liu Kang fight, and you get Shang Tsung from the movie, the voice actor from the movie. Your brother's soul is mine. He comes back, and they have his likeness, so you get him like an old version of him.
That's badass.
And you get a young version of him from Mortal Kombat the movie. You get the Christopher Lambert skin for Raiden, the Sonya skin, and the Johnny Cage skin. So they all look like their movie counterparts. I was like, okay.
Those are $500 sunglasses, asshole.
Yeah. And Kronika was a kind of an interesting setup. I just didn't like the character. Bye, Bush.
Bye.
Ever. And Katana, they built it together as a couple. Yeah, but that's not the way it is anymore, Arlena. Katana's just off doing her thing, and Liu Kang's off being a fire god. Yeah. So I think someone said they had something DM'd me. Hold on.
They may have had something.
And they didn't use that? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my.
Man, I would have been like all on board with that. They didn't use that. That's unbelievable. Okay, I'm going to show some pictures Machini sent.
Show and tell time.
So,
Those look cool.
that looks badass.
That does look. I know we were just making a joke about wearing pants, but you see, that's an ass kicking outfit.
I hate the only thing I hated about Black Canary in the Injustice games was they chipmunked the shit out of her face. She looks like she's constantly chipmunking. And I'm just like, I don't like that look. I don't. Let me pull up. I'm gonna pull up one more thing.
Yeah, that's strange. You'll have to forgive me, folks. I actually haven't played an MK since, what was it, 9 that came out on 360? How many years ago now? Jeez.
Yep.
See, those are all badass looking. I like those. Even the full body type shit there. I think those look cool.
That must have been from the first one.
I don't know about those oversized fur leggings she's got going on, but yeah, everything else looks badass. The boots in the middle look a little overly goth to me, but maybe that's what they were going for. Who knows? But yeah, that looked good.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And I didn't see anything really overtly sexual there. So I mean, what was wrong with that? You could put guys in the same outfits.
It's not her. I'll show you. We'll pull up a picture from the actual. Let me Black Canary. God.
I saw what you said, Mark. Don't say it. If you hate to say it, then don't say it. Just don't say it.
It's 2. Okay.
Chris Persia agreed with me about the quote "bumblebee leg warmers." Yeah, I'm with you. They were. I mean, the style wasn't bad. They were just.
Damn it.
They were overly poofy to me because I mean, like if I'm picturing that ninja kicking somebody, I'm just, whoosh. I don't know. They looked oversized for what the intents and purposes were for the outfit. But that's why it's concept art. Find things that work, find things that don't. But you could have used like 85% of what was on there.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So this is what she ended up looking like. That's what she ends up looking like.
I mean, it's all right. I mean, I still think the outfit looks cool. I'm okay with that.
There's a lot of parts where she's chipmunking, and I'm like, God, the cheeks, man. The cheeks are like the cheeks just kill me.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not that we're body shaming, blah, blah, blah. But when you go from one set of concept art to another, the drastic differences are going to stand out.
And you're like, what in the absolute 9 hells of Hera am I looking at? Okay. And yeah, I use the word Hera because
brace yourselves. What is that?
That's Wonder Woman.
I mean, like the chess piece and all that, it's kind of cool looking, but the thing that's really throwing me off is how much of the face that thing takes up. Like, it looks like she's got steel mutton chops.
Now, this is her from the first game. And I mean, the bust size, the waist, whatever. The face doesn't look like that. No. I think that's the issue.
There's your Scottish mutton chops right there. I tell you, oh man, she could kick me in the daddy bags any day of the week. I'd be all right with that.
And I mean, the first game, there's another one, and it's just I don't know. She's just, it's like, God help me. Man, and those pants are just wrong. It's like,
I think the
and then you get her in a skirt and you're like, oh, that's kind of better. But there's still things that are wrong.
I will say there's certain pieces of that I liked, but I mean, if you go back to those red pants, I think the pelvic lines are a bit too defined for a pantsuit. I mean, you might as well just put her in a skirt. If you're going to still try to accentuate something that's there, but you're not going to show it, then just put her in a skirt or just take the lines off the pants.
And see, this is just wrong to me. I don't know what they're trying to do.
That looks like a work uniform with a cape or cosplay. It looks like cosplay.
It looks like cosplay.
I'm not saying that would be a bad cosplay, but for, when you have all the time in the world to get these right, I think you could have done better.
And this, I mean, that
What?
looks
It's different.
kind of better.
It's different. I'll give them that.
But
Kinda
this is
going
a
through.
mod. This
Yeah.
is a mod. This is something somebody had to make. Somebody had to make that.
Oh,
Why? Because this is what you're getting.
Hmm.
And that's not even in the game. That's some fucking fan art.
God,
This
that's
is
weird.
what you're getting. And I'm just like, ugh. But
Well-
Loki, why does it matter what they look like? It does. It does.
Well, I
It
mean,
does matter.
when the whole focal point is going to be, you staring at these characters for hours on end, yeah, you'd think you kind of want them to look good. How many mistakes have been made regarding that aspect in the past 10 years alone?
And maybe that's the problem, Arwen. Maybe that's the problem. They want her to look like a warrior princess. Machini says, let's be honest, Wonder Woman looks bad in both iterations. She doesn't look great in one, but at least she looks better than two.
Hmm.
And they had a better engine in two.
Yeah. I mean, I will say at least they got the body right, in my opinion. I mean, she was clearly sculpted in the right places. She had pipes. She had, thighs of steel by the looks of things. She looked like she could at least legit kick your ass.
Mark says he's making upset. It's the look, not the acting skills. She and Black Canary do look similar to me.
I'd have to see a side by side, but I'll take your word for it.
Eye candy if I'm going to spend hours playing. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Check your DMs. I will. But even Xena had femininity. She had a lot of femininity. And she had moments of weakness too. And see, that's a thing. That's a thing. She had moments of weakness.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I got to throw this out there too, folks. I'm an equal opportunity kind of person, because when I make dudes like characters, I want them to look just as good. If I'm gonna make a really good, attractive looking female ass kicking character, my dudes are gonna look good as well. So I mean, I'm equal in that regard. You want them to look good because you're gonna be staring at them. What is with the shoulders there, though? Wow.
That's
She looks like, wow, look at the size of those things. Man, she could cut cans open with those. Holy crap.
Copyright Warner Brothers NetherRealm Studios 2012-2015.
Jeez. I like the color scheme, too. It's very rich.
I got another one I'm going to show you guys. Those are from Machini. Thank you, brother. Now, see this? I'm all for this. This is like this fucking warrior Wonder Woman. I always like the sword and the shield. So I'm big on that.
That's cool.
Totally down with that.
That's almost like cyborg looking shit. I'm getting some dwarven armor vibes off that.
Yeah.
Look at the spikes on those knee pads too. Like, she'll knee you in the daddy bags, and man, that's vicious.
Totally down with that. That looks so good. Why didn't they use that? Why the hell didn't they use that? And here Machini's gonna be like, well, they were going to, but da 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 da. And I'm like, why not use that? Why give us bullshit?
Yeah, it's odd. It's very odd.
So Rod Thunderheart with a $22 Canadian super chat. Thank you, Rod. He says, hail, see-through love and invisible woman teaching Spanish. Falls in love with new gym teacher who's blind but can see her when invisible. See-through love available for Eisen Press. Thank you so very much, Rod Thunderheart, for that $22 super chat. Guys, get out there and get See-Through Love by Rod Thunderheart. He is a author here in Valhalla. Absolutely wonderful guy. Great person. Check out See-Through Love if you can. And Rod, this one, brother, is just for you. Keep those fires of Valhalla burning bright. Skål!
Spartans! What is your profession?
Ow. Ow.
Quiet, shut up.
Ow.
That's weird.
We'll fill it in.
It
It's
like
all
cut early. Shit.
good.
All right, later, Mac. Take it easy, brother. Thank you for being here, and thank you.
Later, Mac.
Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you for the artwork.
No
Fantastic.
knees to the daddy bags.
Yeah.
Not spike knees.
Y'all, if
Shit.
y'all didn't know where I got that, that was some Mass Effect lingo too from Engineer Daniels. We're gonna go back and kick the collectors right in the daddy bags.
Flirting with disaster. Down. Dean Krantz says I was not the greatest Molly Hatchet fan, but I love the cover art on the albums. Dude, that I'm right there with you. There's some all kinds of stuff. Man of War and a bunch of albums, and I'm like, dude, I love the cover art on these albums, but I think the only Molly Hatchet song I know is Flirting with Disaster. I'm down the road and I'm flirting with disaster. But yeah, the cover art, oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good art. Why should you not be able to look at nice things? What's wrong with your escapism? Well, I'll tell you what's wrong with it. You're not doing what they want you to do. You're not contributing the way they want you to contribute. You're too old. You're too old. You're too old to be playing video games. You're too old to be going and seeing the latest Fast and the Furious movie. Just want to say, Jason Momoa is the only reason why that movie is making any money right now. If it was not for Jason Momoa, that movie would be the deadest movie of 2023.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa is making this movie.
And do you think that it would be held in as high regard if he was, say, like 400 pounds and drove a truck? Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but if he was playing an average looking Joe who looks like he could serve you coffee at Starbucks, would that make the same impression? I don't think so. So there you go.
Geritol power. That's right. It's Geritol fuel. They're getting old.
Castrol GTX and drive hard.
I don't think Vin Diesel has that spark to let's do this and keep everybody excited, and I just don't think it's there. Whereas Jason Momoa is very, very like off the hook. It's like they just let him do whatever he wanted. And he's like, okay, you want me to do anything I want? Look at this crazy shit. And he does it.
It's like, Jason's here. All right, roll the cameras. Just follow him around for a few hours. He'll give us material.
So I don't watch American Idol.
No, me either. I really don't even watch TV anymore, to be honest with you.
Cabantino, Cavalryman Chi. I do not watch American Idol.
Nah.
I don't watch cable. I don't watch anything on cable. So
I don't have
cable.
Nope. I gave that up several years ago, and I feel like I really haven't missed anything at all. Vin Diesel should
family.
Yeah, he should do another Riddick movie. I'm with you on that one. They're cheesy as all hell, but man,
he owns the rights.
Do another one. Because the guy's, I mean, how old is Vinny now?
He's getting old.
He's getting up there. I mean, the guy's still in phenomenal shape, but he's getting up there. How many more years do you have left when you can still kind of partially fly around like the way you used to 20 years ago? Because God, wasn't he almost 40 when Chronicles of Riddick came out in back in 2004 or something?
I think he was almost 40 in the last one. And there's three.
There's 55. Yes, he's getting
Pitch Black. There's Pitch Black, Chronicles of Riddick, and then Riddick.
Yeah.
So I think at Riddick he was either just over 40 or he's close.
Chris Persia says he's 55 now.
Damn. Maybe he was 50 when he did Riddick.
Yeah, he might have been.
Close to being 50.
Don't get me wrong. The guy can whip my ass at probably 75. So I'm not here to judge.
I saw an article last night that showed the winner. I do not watch ABC. Yeah. CGI Zero. Okay. Well,
we'll just CGI it.
We'll just CGI it. That they're doing this thing. I couldn't believe this when I heard this. I had to look this up. Let me pull this up real
55
quick.
is a new 40. Damn. All right. I got a long way to go. He was 30 in Pitch Black. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking he was at least mid-30s because I know he wasn't as young as some of the other people that were in the movie, but yeah, but I mean, when I don't know what his morning regime is now, but I mean, when the guy wakes up when he's doing Pitch Black and stuff, and he does Tai Chi for like 4 hours every day, he's keeping himself healthy.
So a lot of the young stars you have coming into acting, and there's some older ones that have done this. So Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus. There's a bunch of actors that when they were children sold their likeness. So when they signed that dotted line back in the day, like to Disney, Miley Cyrus sold her likeness to Disney. So at any point in time, Disney can deepfake her and use her in something. And yeah, oh yeah,
It'll be on the internet.
Contracts have already been signed. They've already signed this away. I mean, imagine 39 is the new 38. I imagine it is.
Shit, I just went back in time.
D is the new V. Imagine. He's too young. He's too young, ladies and gentlemen. He's too young.
Goodness. Who's too young?
You.
Oh, don't give me that shit. You and I are almost the same age, brother.
We are almost the same age. He just looks better. I look older.
Oh, come on now. Jeez. Hey, you know what? If you and I both shaved, we would both look 15 years younger.
Uh-huh.
And we're not going there.
So they've lost their rights to these. Yeah, CG Hannah Montana there. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of weird when you think about it, because then you're thinking, well, you sign on the dotted line. We basically can take your likeness and do anything we want with it. It's a weird thought. It's a very weird thought.
The movie Congress deals with selling likenesses in film at one point. Is where we're headed in entertainment. Yes. Yeah. Imagine, okay, and this is the most disrespectful. See, I hated the beer commercials with not Clint Eastwood, but the other guy, the Duke.
Oh,
John Wayne.
I
hated the beer commercials with John Wayne. I'm like, you guys are trying to sell beer with a dead guy. Now they're trying to sell beer with a guy or girl that used to be a guy. That's how they're trying to sell beer. But,
yeah.
I mean, if they ever did something with, let's say, Robin Williams, I'm fucking full on boycott. When do you ever hear me talk about boycott this? Don't ever go see this, yada yada yada. You never hear me say that ever. You do something with fucking Robin and see what happens, bitches. Do something with his. I pray to God his kids never get to the point where they're like, oh no, you can make a new movie with Robin, just did a deep fake. No, you bitches better not. Oh, we'll use things he said in other movies. Nope.
No. Can't do it.
I think it was Coors Shellback, but like I said, I can't be true. I can't be sure. Maybe it was Bud Light. But I'm not ever doing that. I'm not ever watching that. I'm not ever dealing with that. We're not going there. Working class people who are trying to live normal lives, right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, and how many working class people who are trying to live normal lives do you think are falling for that kind of bull?
Good morning, Max.
Good morning, Mags. Welcome. I know you've been here for a while, but welcome.
And they are. That's what they want. They don't want normal people doing the things that they don't want them to do. They don't want you to enjoy your escapism without being reminded of something. That's been this big push. I want to tell you something. This push has been happening since around 2016 because a spoiled little bitch didn't get elected. So everyone else has to suffer. You will constantly be reminded of things. You will constantly have things pushed in your face. You will constantly be pushed into this corner. All because someone's throwing their damn teddy out of the cot.
Yeah.
And now everyone has to pay for it because they didn't get what they wanted. So
that's the joy of political power, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, do you honestly think everybody is going up there, stepping up to the podium and running and campaigning to do all that just because they're trying to make everything better? No. Maybe on occasion, some of them might try to do that, but no, it's for agendas and for the fat cats getting fatter, the rich get richer. I mean, I can't speak freely for how it works in America. I mean, we've all seen things, we've all heard things, but coming from experience up here in the Great White North, no, nobody here is trying to, in that position of power. No one's trying to make this goddamn country any better. Look at who we got now. Oh, Trudy, Trudy, Trudy. Ugh. Anyway, we don't need to open that can of shit.
Artie has a lifelong boyfriend.
Who?
I heard he's got Trudy.
Oh,
I was reading something that one of his best buds, they've been sharing the beast with two backs for a while now. And his wife knows. But he's been considering coming out as the first openly bisexual.
It could happen
in Canada. So
it could happen. They've been
keeping that on the low. So nobody knows about it.
Am I going to get canceled for this now?
Castro Jr.? Yeah. Careful. They might show up at your door and be like, "Are you the guy that goes live with Loki?"
No,
I don't know no Loki.
No, I don't know who you're talking about. You might want to try 3 doors down or somewhere over in the next city because I don't have internet here. I live in an igloo and I play stick hockey.
No, not stick hockey. It was rod hockey, the one where you pull the things back and forth and shoot.
Oh, I'm sure he pulls a lot of things back and forth. It always surprises me when people think the government cares about their well-being. He likes to dock, I'm sure. He's one of those docking guys.
Open the port wide as it'll go. Bring in all the ships we can fit.
Donations into the Trudy Fund. That's right. Guys, we're out of here. It's been over an hour. We're at 2 minutes, almost 3 past hour. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here this morning, hanging out with us, and having a good time on this Monday morning 0 hour. Mondays mornings of Mischief 0 hour. I want to thank Zeropium for being here. Thank you, brother, for doing the show with me. Thank you all in the chat. You guys have been absolutely great this morning. Degas throwing out fireballs. Zero suddenly disappears for a week and comes back after having had his thinking checked. That type of shit's, man, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Have a good one, y'all. You too.
See y'all. We still need you with the Scottish accent, Arwen. So, yeah, get to work on that. I'll sound clip it and I'll remix the shit out of it. How does that sound?
And if you haven't, please smash that like button. Ring that bell and make sure you're still subscribed to the channel.
Like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends if they enjoy listening to two middle-aged men ramble incoherently about God knows what every Monday morning. Yeah, you guys are seriously the best. Thank you all for tuning in. It is always a pleasure to hang out with you.
Guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you guys next Monday. Take care, everybody. I was expecting some kind of something. There it is.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.